There's this football team or club in Ghana called Accra Hearts of Oak. Accra Hearts of Oak has a nickname, Phobia. I've been wondering why they fancy that as a nickname. Now, the word phobia simply means an irrational fear or an extreme fear of something. It's actually an English word. Now, this uncontrollable fear can be very lasting, and people who experience it actually go through so many disorders. As English students, we need to know the right vocabularies or terms associated with these phobias or fears. In this episode of English Diet, I've decided to bring to you some of the appropriate terms associated with the phobias that individuals or people experience or go through every day. Right, so kindly stay connected, get your pen and your jotter, and let's get into them. Great, so you are welcome to the English Diet on GCL Tutorials. This is one of the episodes. If you happen to be watching this for the first time, I would like you to subscribe, touch the notification bell. Anytime there's a new episode or a new video, you also have access to watch. Kindly share and like. Thank you for staying connected, and I believe that you've been enjoying the previous videos. Right, so now let's look at the phobias. When you take the phobias, basically, they are specifically categorized into four. We have people or individuals who actually have fears or phobias for things in the natural environment. Then we have people who have phobias for animals. For some, it could be medical treatment, and then others in other life situations. These are the four specific categories. I'm going to pick them one by one. Let's look at the phobias or fears that people have for things in the natural environment. When you take the natural environment, you have components like trees. So there is dendrophobia. Dendrophobia is the type of phobia that people actually have, or the fear people have for trees or plants. Then water is also one of the components, or water bodies. These are also components in the environment, and the people have fear for water or water bodies. The term associated or used for that is hydrophobia. You know, water, hydrogen, and then oxygen combined. Yeah, so hydrophobia. Now in space, there are heavenly or celestial bodies. Some people have fear for things like stars, the moon, and other things. That is astrophobia. And talking about components of the environment, people would love to climb highlands or get to higher heights. Some also fear climbing to heights. And the term for that is acrophobia. If you are that type, you know yourself. Now let's talk about animals. There are people who have extreme fear for some animals. When we look at pets or animals such as dogs, so people have extreme fear for dogs, and that is cynophobia. Then there is batrachophobia. Batrachophobia. This kind of phobia is the fear for amphibians. You look at people who have fear for frogs, you have these wall geckos, and then these animals. People have extreme fear for that. There are people who have extreme fear for bees, and the term for that is apiphobia. And there is phobia for cat, that is olerophobia. Some can also term it as felinophobia, as a fear or extreme fear for cats. In the area of medical treatment, there are people who fear blood, okay, when they see blood on their skin or anything that have to do with operation that will bring out blood or something. That is hemophobia. And there is procedures for dental issues or dental treatment, and people fear that a lot. So that is dendrophobia. Some fear injection a lot. When they see needle, they fear a lot. Then they start having disorders. So that is trypanophobia. When you look at people like that, when you get to the hospital, anything that has to do with needles, they fear. So that is trypanophobia. Now, human situations. There are human situations that people go through in their daily lives or face, and they become a disorder for them. They tend to have that lasting fear for such situations. For instance, falling in love. People don't want to fall in love. They fear falling in love. That phobia is philophobia. There are some that when they appear in public, they fear to speak in public. So the fear of public speaking. When you put them in front of a group, a small group, to explain something, you see them sweating. They become so anxious, and that tension falls on them. That phobia is glossophobia. That had to do with fear of speaking in public. And there are people who fear colors. Colors are beautiful. Some love colors, but there are some it creates or gives them that lasting disorder. So that is chromophobia. Some wouldn't like to see their own image in mirrors. When they see mirrors, they are scared. Anything that had to do with mirror, imaging them or making a duplicate of them. And that phobia is catoptrophobia. Catoptrophobia, the fear of mirrors. I've met a few people who fear books, and they see anything books, they are scared. Exam is coming, they can't pick their book and read. Such people have the fear of books. Bibliophobia is a term used to describe that or associated with that. So you can also look at bibliophobia as one of the fears or the phobias that people have or experience. Autophobia is also used to describe people who fear being alone. The fear of being alone. Anytime they are alone, they are not okay. So they want to always be in the midst of people. That is autophobia. And it is right to know that all these phobias, with other ones that perhaps I've not mentioned in this video, when it happens to such individuals, it creates a lot of heart rate. You see that their heart rate increases. Then some will be sweating. Some also start trembling and they begin to react, and you see them becoming abnormal at a point. The common causes could be a traumatic experience that people have had, or a behavior they have learned when they were very young. Some to memories of things that they have come across, experiences that they've had in life, accidents and all those things. They impact on people and they begin to have the fears and the phobia for the situations, animals, natural environment, and others. And the question that people would love to ask, is there a way out? Can it be treated? Is there a solution or a remedy for such situations? Of course, yes. People can be taken through some psychotherapy. They can be taken through some form of experiences to let them unlearn the things they have learned, to give them or create such fears in them. There are aspects that can address specific phobias. So when you look for them, you meet them, they can take you through exercises to let you kill that fear. Some individuals can have this throughout their lifetime. Some too, as you grow, it begins to die off. So you now realize that the fear has diminished. Yes, it's possible like that. So that's what you have to know about these phobias and the fears. Are you a victim of any of them? If there's one that you don't know the term related to it, put it in the comment section. If you actually experience one that you know the term or you are familiar or you can describe, kindly put it in the comment section and let us all share our experiences when it comes to our fears and phobias. Thank you for watching GCL tutorials on this episode of English Diet. I'll come your way again with another interesting one. Keep watching, like, subscribe, share my video, and make a good diet in English all the time. Bye for now.